stream that's not going to be on any other platforms for a couple of reasons. Explicit language, a little bit of violence. And I know Twitch and other platforms just can't handle that. But Rumble, we're right at home. It's nothing criminal, but, they're really sensitive on other platforms. So we're going to do our thing at the end. And I kind of got a couple of topics that I wanted to do on Rumble exclusive. Regardless, I got about a bunch of topics today. I know I haven't been here in about 7 days. If you wonder where I've been at, been cutting and doing a lot of podcasts. I dropped a 1090 Jake podcast today. Dropped a Sneeko podcast recently. I dropped a Elliot Wilson podcast. I dropped a who else? Obviously the Measy podcast, and there's like one other one that I'm forgetting. I did a great podcast with a bunch of other people coming out. I did one with Baby Drill and Young Nudie. That shit was like, I don't know, it turned out interesting. Like, and by the way, whenever y'all see this, I swear I wasn't trying to do no funny Marco shit or nothing. Them niggas just did not want to talk. I was just trying to get any conversation out of them. It was awkward, but in a funny, awkward way. They were cool dudes, by the way. They weren't like assholes. I did that. I did a Zerka interview. I don't know if you know Zerka, but Zerka has been a guy popping up online recently. I got to do a bunch of editing on that. You know what I mean? That nigga was just off the rails. I was a little bit too, try to meet my guests, whatever level they're at. Also, I'm dropping a Friday. So the guy who did God Did, I'm dropping a podcast with him tomorrow. That was shot a while ago. And what else? I think that's about it. So if you guys have been missing Off the Record is back, and you're going to get more episodes now than ever. Unfortunately, I know sometimes you guys wish, I don't have the best time management necessarily, and sometimes the podcast kind of also revolves around when I could link with people or when I could go to like my studio in the center. I do obviously my streams from the crib. And sometimes you might see me not stream for 3 days, but it's not like I'm just fucking sitting here eating Cheetos and just, eating McDonald's or whatever the memes are about me. Now, I'm usually probably doing other type of content. Unfortunately, I can't clone myself. If I could clone myself, I would have one nigga that streams every day, all day. I would have one nigga that does a podcast every day, all day. I would have one nigga that does the high-level business shit, including business meetings and, shit. Yeah, even these artists. These artists like to, I've sat and talked to artists for 6 hours, and I'm like, I guess it's, you gotta be friendly. Still, I'm only one man, and I have a finite amount of time. Anyway, I've been trying to get better at that. I did hire an assistant. I've hired more people. Also, real quick, I do want to make this announcement because you're going to see this in the Discord. This is not a scam. This is actually for me. I'm looking to increase people on the team. By the way, if you don't know, the Academy is launching, it's launching next month. Not only that, we're having our show, which is our Chat Nigga show, which I want everybody to come out to. I haven't told you guys who might pop up at this and third, but I might start leaking some information soon, so make sure you grab your ticket. It's September 10th at White Eagle Hall. It's literally probably 10, max 15 minutes away from New York City. Again, it's about time we start expanding. Now, with that being said, I had a meeting with my team about things we want to do, how we want to expand, and there was a list of positions, that came up that we want to hire people for. And you're going to see, I gave specific instruction that, through my assistant, also you guys should know Leaf, they're going to kind of coordinate ways that you guys could, if you do want to ever work for me, and yes, these are paid opportunities, if you ever want to work for me in official capacity or just do anything to be on a team, you guys would have an opportunity because we're looking for specific people who could do things well. So I'm not too sure exactly they're going to do it, but, we're looking for a few video editors and other people like that, and I specifically want them to come from the chat. We got 20,000 people in the Discord. If we can't find the Discord, that means you niggas in Discord is doing everything but constructive shit. You chatting to bitches, you watching porn, and you ain't got no fucking skills. I know we got some talented people in Discord, so, I'm looking to put a bunch of you guys within the organization and also help you guys on whatever, goal you have too. By the way, if you don't know, our main person that does graphics for us now, the person who designed the Off the Record logo, is a Chat Nigga. He's probably in the chat right now. I could probably see his name Yeah, he's right there. Salute to my boy D Nunez. That's I don't want to say it's government, but it kind of is there. My boy Devin, Devin Nunez art. Y'all gotta go check him out if y'all need any graphics. He does pretty much everything for me. I want y'all to go fuck with him. And if y'all could also throw him alley-oops. This is my boy. He's a hardworking guy. Anytime I hit him about anything, quick turnaround. But of course, it's the chat. Ain't nothing bigger than the chat. All right. Again, I'm looking to just bring a couple more people on the team. Also, put money in our pockets. I think it'll work out for both of us. All right. So yeah, we are growing. We are doing more things, and we do plan on expanding. And by the way, yes, we will be trying to add more shows within the fold. Yes, of course, I'm looking at people within our infrastructure before I go outside and whatever. So yes, you know what I mean? Trust and believe. You guys have built me to be this point. If I could continue to expand, I would hope you guys can help me to expand rather than I got to just fuck with other people. All right. Anyway, that's that. I think that's pretty much all the church announcements I pretty much got today. Right. But y'all got to get on Discord. It's going to be done via Discord. Salute to all the people. What's not said a lot about like just chat niggas in general is like, man, a lot of people here have branched off to do either their own thing or branched off to build their businesses or build their pages. And they're getting bread. Like, listen, there's a lot of people that benefited from this movement, which I'm happy about. All right, cool. That's enough of that. I got a bunch of topics. I'm 4 shots in. I'm kind of still good. I'm still wavy. I got water on deck. We should be straight. Y'all can spam topics. Y'all can tell me where we should start with. We can start off hot. I'm really trying not to crash out today. I'm gonna just tell you, I ain't trying to crash out. But you do know, I hit about 6 more shots of this, and whatever that's been on my mind is gonna come out. I think today my mind is clear. I've kind of anything that was on my conscience, that was on my mind that I wanted to get off, I let it go. And I think I should be straight. You feel me? Somebody said 4 shots. Not 4 shots. Light. Well, light right now. Y'all want to talk about Trippy Red Flop? Eryka Badu. Okay. Charleston White. TDE. Let me tell you this. We're calculated too. Also, the crashing out and whatever you might call it. I hope y'all really know this is top tier entertainment. You'll never see most of these niggas be as truthful and speak honestly as I am. And it's definitely with risk, because trust me, if these niggas did not have to deal with me, I would not be up in this game. Trust and believe. You have these little weirdos like my son and these other people who, by the way, people were trying to tell me like he's been talking about me all week. My son's a fucking weirdo. Like, I basically give that nigga half a bar these days. Fuck yeah. That's it. Other than that, we don't really keep up with him. But there's a lot of other people who we will gladly address and we will continue to address. All right? Okay, cool. I see everybody online, man. Y'all are going crazy in here. Yeah, we can't keep going. Like my son's nobody. We can't keep, beefing with him. Like, we need a better person to beef with. Like, sorry to say. All right, talk Adam 22. Yeah, we're going to talk Adam 22. That's a fact. Okay, I got my list. Y'all I hope y'all have whatever particular. I know sometimes y'all want updates on rappers. I do have some updates on certain rappers, so if you could spam that in a while. And, I know I haven't been around for a while, so I might owe y'all 6 hours. I was thinking at least 4 today, but maybe I owe y'all 6 hours. It's all good. Let's see how we go. All right. Where should I even start? Trump? We could start Trump. Bobby and Drake. Woe Vicky and Krishan. These are topics I got, by the way. We got Kim K and Drake. Yeah, I don't know if we should start with Kim K and Drake, because they're going to say some misogyny, whatever I say, because I thought I was disgusting. I'll actually start with this. And I know there's a bunch of people here. I'm going to put this rumor to bed. You remember a couple months ago when everybody in hip hop was telling me that, I've offended the pioneers, this, that, and third, because I made a comment about, I said, that nigga's dusty and broke. Now, if you ever watch my Breakfast Club interview afterwards, or even hear me speak about it on Vlad, or even on my own platform here or the podcast, you probably know, and even I said it on Andrew Schultz, I believe too. Like, I was really speaking about one person. I was not speaking about an entire group of people or just all older rappers. I'm gonna tell you Today I feel like I could tell the truth. That comment was spurred because I seen a rapper that was older that probably got fucked in all his deals, that fucked up his opportunities at making anything of himself, and also clearly was just, sorry for lack of better words, dusty and broke. I heard him speaking and criticizing a rapper who was currently young, under 25, really fresh in the game, and probably like making his fair share of mistakes. And the reason why I was critical of that OG, or whatever you want to call him, criticizing the 22-year-old, yeah, you're fucked up and you're dusty and broke, but why you never use your time to give some education to the youth? You only hear, while being dusty and broke and old, pointing fingers and criticizing. That's a waste. You know, a lot of these artists in the game, they love claiming this OG, like they want respect. But what have they given but just been here before people? You know what I mean? Like, if a motherfucker, not because you're older and you got in the music game before, what the fuck respect do you think you really deserve? I think you gotta pass it forward. You should be empowering, like, for example, me. I wasn't the first media personality, and I definitely won't be the last. I won't be the first Twitch streamer. Definitely won't be the last. You know what I try to do in front of people who love music? I try to pass down some things that hopefully you could learn from. And I think that puts me in a fair place that if I do critique stuff, I'm not critique stuff that it could look that I'm just like a bitter motherfucker. It's like, yo, I try to pass some game. Now, I'll tell you who I was talking about. And the reason why I'm telling you who I was talking about, because this motherfucker actually, you know, while he was yapping his mouth, not only disrespected, and I saw a fair share of like younger rappers that he would talk about, he eventually also disrespected a legend. And if you guys don't know who I was talking about, y'all could tell me if my comment was off base. If this nigga don't look dusty and broke, you tell me, okay? I was talking about, and drum roll, and y'all know for now and in eternity, nigga, I was talking about MC Shan. This nigga right here. I'm sorry to say, MC Shan, brother. Listen, I don't really know you, but I saw you on YouTube. I guess YouTube is your new hustle, whatever the case is. Everybody does YouTube. I don't care. That's nothing to belittle somebody with, but you're an OG in the game. And I watched you sit there and talk about some of these newer rappers in such a derogative tone, bringing them down, not understanding, and fuck even understanding what they were going through when they were young men who weren't even 25. You never kicked no game. And that to me rubbed me a little wrong way. Because you're sitting up here, I know, y'all saying who? Exactly why I never said the name in the first place. Now, the reason I even bring it up now, and I'll get past this topic real quick, is because it looked like he said something about Nas. Now, Nas is one of my favorite musicians. Nas is someone that I love. Somebody said that's Delonte West. This is not Delonte West. And it's crazy that you would disrespect Delonte West saying this is him. I love Nas. And, you know, again, this guy ended up disrespecting Nas. And I guess Nas pulled up on him. And, of course, like usual, he issued an apology quite expeditiously, okay? It went like this.
Olive branch has been extended.
Talk your shit.
Love that motherfucker right there. That's all I can say.
I love you.
The nigga got dentures and still missing half his teeth. This is why I was saying dusty and broke. I'm sorry to say. I know the truth hurts. I wasn't trying to like be mean. I was just being honest about what I seen. But everybody took offense about it. But now I finally got to call names. I was talking about that nigga. You feel me? You know what I mean? Like, again, he was talking about niggas like Youngboy and people like that. He shouldn't even be talking about them. Definitely not talking about people like, you know, Nasir Jones and, you know, the greats like that. And obviously when he got pulled up on by Nas, and by the way, you know, MC Shan, I'm not wishing you any bad ill will. I'm just saying that I think you're a poor example of what someone who's an elder statesman is. I've never seen you kick game to the youth. I see you criticize and I see you be bitter. I think that's beneath what anybody should respect. And I don't care how old you are. That's just the reality of it, brother. If I see any nigga in the game who's just mad about the new niggas who's getting it, sorry, brother. Like, yo, you're not being constructive. You're just being reductive at that point.
And I got in my feelings and I apologize to my brother like a real man. And you see us here, right? Appreciate y'all. Love.
Nice little cop and police session. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Salute to MC Shannon. And, of course, even salute to Nasir Jones. And obviously, listen, I bring this up just because, hey, I know you guys always wondered. I never wanted to say the name. I did say the name on Breakfast Club, but I told them I can't tell y'all, or I told them to mute it or whatever. And it was like, yo, you're right. That nigga is kind of dusty and broke. So everybody who I did tell, they were like, they agreed with me. So it is what it is. Now y'all know the name is the cat's out the bag. All right. That's the first thing I wanted to address. But we should hop into a few other things. I kind of want y'all to kind of lead me because I know, I'm on, I think this is shot, is this 5 or 6? This is shot 5 or 6. By the way, I'm off that Espolón, that's that Tequila Blanco. It's been going viral on like TikTok, but I've been drinking this shit for a minute. Shit hits. Somebody say it's giving Dusty and broke. Y'all want Bobby and Drake? We could get to Bobby and Drake. Can I give y'all a hot take real quick? And I'm looking at my topic list. I want to hit some of these topics early because the later my stream gets, the more lit I get and the more people think I'm angry. And I'm not angry. I'm really here kicking game and trying to be rational, kicking jokes. Most of the shit is jokes, but there's a lot of, all the jokes I got some truth in it. Trust me. I do want to be a comedian a little bit, but I'm trying to give the truth with the comedy, not just the comedy. Anyway, has anybody noticed this? This is a hot take of mine, and I've thought about it for a little bit recently. It makes no sense to me how in the span of about 2 weeks, Sexy Red has now replaced Glorilla in everybody's
Don't wanna be saved, don't save me.
Y'all tell me if I'm wrong.
Be saved, bitch.
Now, this is a hot take. I could be completely wrong. But this is a warning to 2 people, Yo Gotti and also Glorilla. Now, hear me out before y'all say anything. Yo, Glorilla, somebody who I love. I told you I love her music. And, I got to be careful with these things as I talk about it because you're going to have a lot of these, like, women-centric, like, blogs or whatever. They're going to try to be like, oh, Ak hates women. No, I love Glorilla. Glorilla, I think, is a fucking star, right? I do think that her label, I don't know if it's Gotti, I don't know if it's the bigger label that controls Gotti, I forgot where CMG's under. They're fucking up her brand, and this is where Sexy Red is coming in. Let me give the PSA. Unless you're Ice Spice, who is, just oozing in whatever attractive, whatever that people are running to, there's some artists that happen to be female that people don't give a fuck about that other shit with. All of a sudden, Glorilla, who came in the game pretty much sound like a nigga just giving it up, basically kind of rapping about shit that like men and women could kind of identify with. Glorilla, if you look at her tweeting her new songs, she sounded like a city girl. That's not what makes her win. I think that's reductive. I think that's actually going to hurt her. Here comes Sexy Red. Sexy Red's talking about her shooting at her baby daddy. She's just keeping it ratchet, keeping it a bean. She's not doing too much Hollywood shit, and that's what usually fucks up artists. I'm telling you the truth. I think Glorilla has been tainted by 2 things. Her label wants to sexualize her. I'm sorry. Nobody wants to see Glorilla. There's a picture of Glorilla doing almost like the little Kim pose where they got like the pussy hanging out basically and we don't want to see that. I'm sorry to tell you. I got to tell everybody the truth. Again, Glorilla, I love you. I hope you don't take this as hate if you ever see it. It's just a reality. We don't want to see that with you. We liked what we saw before. Right now, if you ask me, I think there is a huge gap in the market for women who, especially regular women. And by the way, all y'all favorite ratchets and whatever from y'all local hometowns, I think this is the best time that they could possibly get on. They just want a real bitch. Like excuse my term of the word bitch, and I'm not drunk cake. Once I'm drunk, I don't apologize for saying bitch. I'm just apologizing now. They just want a real bitch. They don't want it too glamored up. They don't want it too polished. They don't want too much of what they're already seeing in the industry. Glorilla is a product of people disliking or wanting, let me not say dislike, wanting something different from the city girls. That high feminist fuck a nigga shit, that's good or that's cool, but people are tired of it. By the way, the city girls can't sell a liquor record. One got a podcast, the other's Uzi's girlfriend. Meg over here, she trying to plan some real comeback using Tory being in the jail. You have Sweetie, who's basically, the last time I seen Sweetie, she was the fucking ring girl at Floyd Mayweather's fight or somebody's fight. The city girl shit is dying. You know what's popping? Real bitch shit that is not about necessarily, oh, let's go be a hoe. It's in that Glorilla lane. And I'm just saying, because I like Glorilla, I actually feel like she's been missing in action. And when I look into what she's doing or what she's saying or the music she's putting out the music that if she had put it out initially when she came out, nobody would fuck with her. So I'm giving her a nice courtesy call, not some taper and shit, just a warning. All your day one followers, they done moved on to Sexy Red. She's a new hot chick in town. She's showing herself without the makeup, without the hair. She halfway look like Jeffrey, also halfway look like a chick that'll shoot you. Yeah, that's how we giving it up. That's what's popping. That's what Drake is canoodling with. Yes. Yes. That's what, like, hey, I'm sorry to tell y'all. Wait, hold on. I'm sorry to tell y'all. This is what it is. Listen. Wait, no, wait. I got to make sure I find the right clip. Oh, no, I got it twice. No, let me get to my page. Unfortunately, you know what's going viral about her, what people are intrigued about? Now, I'm not going to say everybody. I'm not going to say everybody likes her movement. But she's the person, and let me see if I can find the clip really quickly. Go down. Look.
Back, baby, because I went through my baby daddy phone, baby daddy. Was talking to I whipped his ass. Right? I whipped
like
my
for
baby
real?
daddy's ass.
Like you beat him up for real?
We be fighting for real.
You lying.
Oh, he fight back? He fight back?
Yes, but he trying to fight back. Like,
Hey, by the way, also let me remind Glorilla, when you first came out, you know all the male blogs, trust me, I'm the biggest male blog out there. You know all the male blogs were even fucking with you and niggas was fucking with you? I remember you said some shit that was so opposite of the city girls that niggas wanted to fuck with you. You were just like, man, I'm cool. I'll be on some 50-50 shit. Like, I don't mind, like, I ain't trying to look for no nigga who just, I gotta use his credit card. That was different from what the city girls were saying, because the city girls were saying, let's finesse and scam on niggas. That's what the difference and the thing that kind of made people kind of attracted to some of the movement you had going on. Obviously the songs too, but now you damn near quasi making love songs. Like, niggas ain't trying to hear that from you, Glorilla. That's why you got, I ain't even gonna lie, you know who the two really up? We got Sexy Red and we got somebody named Scarlip. I know, yeah, not Scarface, Scarlip. Shit crazy. Listen.
me and my baby daddy, we up thought Glocks on each other before. Like this.
Damn.
Oh, no, I hit him in the mouth with my Glock. He was on it.
You pulled it. She must have did it before.
Yeah, I just had that experience before I came down here. I be fighting back, baby, because I went through my baby daddy phone, baby.
Anyway, then she had another clip, which, by the way, you know, still, here's the thing. This is what record labels, and I always say this is what record labels do to women. Record labels get a woman and say, we have to make them attractive enough that men want to fuck. They haven't realized we're in the meta and the era of niggas don't need to be attracted to wanting to fuck you for you to be lit. Put it like this. This clip right here, I couldn't be more turned off more sexually with Sexy Red, but I couldn't be more impressed with her being a real chick by saying this, which here's the thing. You want a bunch of, like, it's not like you getting these girls OnlyFans. You want them to sell music. Niggas don't have to want to sleep. Like, let me give the record label, like, just a news flash now. People don't have to want to sleep with the women that you're marketing for them to succeed. Oh, I know that's a big one. They don't. Every time Sexy Red talks, shit, my shit shrivel up even more. But you know what I say? This is a real bitch. And I know that when she talking that shit on the record, that's her. I fuck with it. I don't know if that penetrates, because the music industry, for, as we would say in Jamaican culture, wapi kill Philip, or basically forever and always, has been about, let's get these women and then we need to make them a sexual object. Let's objectify them in order to try to gain record sales. I think the new way how a lot of these artists are blowing up, it's not like most of them, you know, Ice Spice happen to be like pretty attractive and a lot of people like her, but a lot of these women, not saying they're ugly, but that's not the thing that draws people to them. People kind of like their personality. People like these other things about them. Let them live in where is rocking for them. I don't think people understand. Anyway, look at this clip right here. Probably gonna make your shit shrivel up, but at least when she talking about her, what she said her pussy brown and her booty all pink. That was a little bit weird, right? Still, you might not be shouting ski wee or whatever she said, but at least the song come in the club, you'll just do your little 1, 2, get your little drink. It is what it is, man.
School, and there was an open condom on the bed.
In her house?
In her bed. And she just said, oh, yeah, my sister was in here before me. And I believed it.
Oh, she lying. That happened to me. One time, my friend was at my house, and she was in there with her nigga in the living room, and I told them, do not fuck on my couch. Her nigga knew my nigga, but my nigga couldn't come at the time because they was friends. You know how two friends be talking to friends.
He couldn't come, like, on some, like couldn't...
He probably was fucking off.
Couldn't get up.
No, he couldn't come over my house. And then it was a condom in my trash can. And he told on me and said that I was the one fucking, but it was not my condom. My nigga called me the next day and was like, you had a condom in your trash can and stuff. I'm like, that wasn't my condom. I don't use condoms, baby.
Right.
I'm the raw dog queen.
In high school, and it was...
Holy. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I just been watching Very Subtle. And I'm telling you, I like Glorilla. I'm telling you, I thought she should have been Rookie of the Year last year. I really like her. There's some subtle changes that I'm watching with Glorilla that I know is industry shit. And I'm telling y'all now, y'all gonna fuck it up with this star. Like, I know she's a star beyond star. Y'all gonna fuck it up. Y'all gonna fuck it up. That's all I'm gonna say, okay? The aura of what she came in the game and why, again, a lot of people just were innately attracted to her is starting to fade. And don't take because she still has a lot of social interactions. Yes, she still has some hot songs. Don't take that, oh no, nothing is happening. Trust and believe what people were attracted to her for, they're looking at 2 to 3 other girls. I'll just leave it at that. And I you know, because I really like Glorilla and I want to see her succeed. Okay, all right. But yeah, Sexy Red is kind of one of those, man. Salute to Sexy Red. All right, people. Shit, we gotta talk about this Lizzo cancellation shit. Should we address the scissor stuff off rip? We could do the scissor stuff. All right, let me get to the scissor stuff right now. I know scissor got me blocked and a half still. Oh, you know how I do. Incognito. All right. Few things about the scissor thing. Give me a second. Here we go. Got him. Bang. Okay. Now, wait. Okay, let me just go there. So, people, you know, I had my rant about SZA. And I do want to say, and I want to explain this to y'all, because me and SZA perpetually or, you know, continually do not have a beef going on. I want to let people know that. And I do want to say as well, I'm sending positive energy and vibes to her because I don't have any ill will beyond what I said. Okay? I hope she's okay. And I will say that just truthfully, you know, we live in a world that really, I know they say it's a man's world, but it's really a woman's world, because a lot of people want to measure your response when there is initial action. And with someone like me, my response is usually going to be 3 million times what you did. You don't go in a club, fucking step on somebody's toe, and when the fuck they slap the shit out of you, you're like, oh my God, why'd you? Hey, it just happens to be like that. So I hope you guys are getting what I'm saying without saying it. My rant about SZA was me getting that shit off. I'm sorry, that shit was on my mind for a couple years. Me saying about Eryka Badu, that was me getting that shit off. I'm not perpetually beefing with either of these women. I'm also not really thinking and hoping that they fail or hoping that they're upset or hoping that, they're not having a positive time or they're mentally affected by these things, truth be told. I got it off my chest. And that's important for me to acknowledge because I'm not continuing with it, okay? So I do want to send her some positive energy. I know you guys have probably wondered, what's the blowback, right? There has been none. You know what I mean? I've talked to a few people. Salute to my man Wack 100. We spoke about, he called me. He was like, yo, listen, man. He's like, what happened? Some people are upset. Explain to him exactly what happened. I'll even say this too, and I didn't want to even bring his name as well into it, but he did give me the okay to mention him. I even spoke to Drake about this, honestly. And Drake is someone who has a lot of love for SZA. A lot of love for her. And he definitely sees a side of her, and he sees a person who is just a very beautiful person to him, and someone who, forget even personal relationship, a collaborator of the highest extent. He respects her so much. And, me and him, we talked about shit too. And, by the way, I also have to point out, neither conversation with Wack nor Drake was even near to be anything like, oh yeah, I'm pressing it. No, it was nothing like that. But it was also trying to give me the understanding of the reverberations and also the effects of words. And again, while I always try to stand in my own truth and say, well, listen, anytime y'all see me do things, y'all need to also go back and be like, did somebody do something to me? Because I'm not just some invisible, absorbent, non-existent thing in space that people could send their energy to that it doesn't return. And I promise you, I've always told y'all, anybody and anywhere that's ever sent energy to me, I'm going to have a memory like an elephant. I'll always return it. However, it's not that serious. I just want to point that out. So I want to send a lot of love to SZA. SZA, if you do see this, and I'm pretty sure you will, I wanted to have a conversation with you after what I believe was a miscommunication when you came up to Everyday Struggle. I think you saw my stream. You probably misunderstand what this is. I wasn't trying to clown you. I was trying to understand. I was trying to understand through my audience. I know you may have other things going on, and I don't know what space you were in. You may have looked at it and be like, oh, this guy's trying to get slick. That wasn't what it is. And honestly, since then, by the way, I spoke to Dave Free, who's no longer with TD, by the way. He's with PG Lang and Kendrick. But I also wanted to have that conversation eventually with you. And that conversation never happened. Little things here and there kind of happened that may have rubbed you the wrong way, and definitely me rubbed the wrong way. And it probably culminated to a point where in the last couple of months, especially when I thought, again, I was being kind of innocent. Like, I've always still talked about you, not trying to disrespect you. I took what you did as disrespect. And, as I spoke to and I told people while discussing this issue, when you cut off lines of communication, I hope you're never affected by the person you're unwilling to communicate with. Because what could be a simple conversation, what could be a simple, hey, no, I misspoke, hey, let's talk directly, now becomes we're talking through a medium that is hard to control, and that's the internet. And that there, and I told everyone, I was like, listen, if anyone feels any type of way, and I'm really speaking about SZA because we're going to speak about some other people in a second. I wanted to speak to SZA a long time ago. How it manifested and came out is how it manifested and came out. I'm sorry. I'm not just some, like, and I'm being very honest to whoever who's watching. I'm not just some person who y'all throw darts at all day. And I get a lot of darts. Like, if you think SZA gets more darts than me, you're an idiot. Who gets more people poking, like, just getting at every fucking day, nobody but me. When I return it, I'm returning it with 1,000,000 times force. This mic, this stream is my therapy because it's the only thing that I get off my chest. It's the only time that I clear my conscience. I see 1,000,000 negative comments just like you. So, again, that's why I like to have personal conversations. I've always mentioned there's been many artists I haven't been on the perfect page with, but eventually or privately, we communicated and we got to a place of understanding. I continue to say you cannot control the response when you refuse to communicate. If we communicate via this medium, it's never going to be understood. Again, with that being said, says I'm sending you love because though I'm admitting that when I got that rant off, it felt like a weight off my shoulders, I'm not trying to put a burden on your soul. And that wasn't the intended purpose. It was for me to be like, you know what? That's what I felt and that's what it is. But I don't want you to feel incredibly upset. I don't want you to feel that I incredibly just hate you. I don't want you to feel like I have something. No, it's nothing like that. It was just that one thought that I kind of had for a while and I got it off. And, you know, I wish we could have talked. But, you know, again, I've extended myself to everybody. I've never said no to a conversation, ever. I've never said no to a conversation. Never. But I also have acknowledged if people won't have the conversation with you, that means they don't respect you. And when someone doesn't respect you, it's neither here nor there. You don't need to have that respect. Likewise for them. For example, someone like my son. There's nothing for us even to talk about. He's still talking about me. I don't even watch it anymore. He doesn't affect me. I hear about it. I might mention it now, but I don't care about it. Because that's where I've put him in my mind. But if my words have affected you, again, I'm sending you positive and healing energy, as maybe I did need that before I went on that rant, but nobody cares about that. I'll kind of finish addressing at least you particularly by just saying, being very truthful, and my rant was meant to be hurtful. Yes, I'm not sitting here in denial or nothing like that. Yes, it was. But it's because of maybe slights that I felt like I took myself. And, again, I think you're a great artist. It was very kind of, it was very, very kind of interesting to watch how people felt it was, what you said to her was so disrespectful. All those things are said to me daily, 1,000,000 times a day, every day. It was interesting to watch how people cared and nurtured your mental health. And I deal with that every day. I'm sorry to say, I'm just not a sponge for all this shit. So again, I wish you well. I hope at a point, sometimes words or even an explanation, and this is what this is, an explanation. Those things can't cure trauma and things said in mud slang or slung or whatever. And by the way, for the other people who are outside of this, every time I try to give context, I look crazy because I speak in the direct. I speak to you directly. I don't do the subliminal shit because that's not my game. So if I give you the whole real history between me and SZA, you're gonna be like, well, she hasn't talked about you ever. She doesn't know you exist. Okay. I'm not giving this explanation if this didn't happen. And I'm not giving this explanation if she doesn't know. So sometimes it's bigger than, and again, this is why you're gonna have a bunch of internet people commenting on it, because we could have had a conversation even with a mediator. You refuse to do it. My chest is clear, my conscience is clear. I sleep like a fucking baby. I'm sending you healing energy. I don't plan to speak about you at all, or at least in a negative manner, because I've gotten off everything I needed to get off. Okay? I'm hoping that my words may have stung, but your actions have stung too. I hope you could heal from that, and I hope we could both move on. All right? Sometimes it's not about our exterior, it's about our insides and being a beautiful soul. And from what I hear, you're a really good person. Okay? Have a good one, SZA. And that's my address to you. Now, I'll address a few things around it. There's a few people who, I guess, need a little addressing. And let me tell you some of y'all this. Yo, bully tactics in hip-hop is over. I want to point that out very clear. And when I see some of y'all even attempt to try it, I laugh. Because it's so played out, and it's so ridiculous in 2023, that I think y'all catch yourself trying to be Suge Knight. None of y'all are Suge Knight. You couldn't be Suge Knight again today. You'd be locked up in a cell. So I see some people trying to do it, but they even try to do it via social media. It's utterly ridiculous, you know? And, I have to look at a lot of sometimes the fake, posturing as just that. Because I just want to remind all y'all again, none of y'all are Suge Knight. You don't strike fear in my heart. There is no, oh my God, he's going to get me. I want to put this in context. I did content about the biggest killers in the world in Chicago. I talked about the worst people you could imagine. Some of these people weren't even rappers. I won't be sitting here scared of an older nigga who claims he's a thug or he's the come on. We gotta, so that's another narrative that people have to get over. Ak is shook. We got him. We have to stop it. And when I see you guys even try to purport that, I have to call out the silliness, and I have to even just make you realize that you think you're in an era you're not in. And we're laughing at you. We're laughing at you. There's no fear. We're just laughing at you. You're not dangling people off balconies anymore. We're laughing at you. So, I'll address this because I don't know what he thought he was doing. Mr. Punch from TDE, you didn't have to delete your tweet. But whatever was on your mind, I don't know if it was me. And I'm guessing it wasn't me because I know how y'all guys get. Oh, yeah, I'm going to tweet but not say a name. Then when everybody says, are you talking about Ak? Nah. I get it. Again, I speak directly. Punch, I'm not scared of you. I don't know nobody that's scared of you. And I don't know nobody that even think you'll be doing nothing. So please, pipe down, and rather than delete the tweet, don't send the tweet. I'm telling you this. Don't delete the tweet. Don't send the tweet. Okay? Because if you look at my tweet history, I leave them up. I leave them up for all to see. You, the person I offend, and anybody else who might see it in history. I'm not over here thinking oh no, let me leave it up for 5 minutes. You know what happened when you delete a tweet? You're everybody hits your phone. Yo, what are you doing? You're fucking it up. You're oh shit. Give me my black pen. You don't have to do that, my brother. So I seen a tweet that says, man, I've been so conflicted on the past couple of days as to address this dude publicly or not. Not playing no internet games. Now, this is why we're laughing. You're tweeting, you're not playing internet games while you're tweeting it. This is why I said, y'all are not Suge Knight. Suge Knight wouldn't give a nice, proper warning, then delete the tweet. I don't think you'd be tweeting at all. I'm not playing no internet games, but I'm tweeting this on the internet. Sorry. I just want to know, I just want to let you know, if this was even remotely aimed at me, it was received laughed at, and sent back. Okay? We're not scared of none of you niggas. I'm sorry to tell you. I'm sorry. Like, yo, niggas think I've like survived everything in hip hop, and I'm like, oh my God, this the one. Oh, this the one. Oh no, this the one. Oh shit. Oh, I'm dead. No. Nigga, when I see it, I'm like, I had to go on his page. I'm like, nah, he ain't says. He deleted it. Oh, even worse. He gonna have to answer for those disrespectful things he said about SZA. I'll say this to you. Your message or maybe lightweight coded threat was received, but it was still laughed at, okay? Focus on your label. Listen, you guys have some great artists, and, you know, I'm hoping you guys could put out music a little bit more frequently, but that's just the fan in me speaking. But, again, I don't know what some of y'all think hip-hop is, but hip-hop, what y'all think it is not what it is now. It's not like the 90s. It's not like the early 2000s. You're not going around like, yo, like Macho Man Randy Savage. You got to answer for what you... It's not happening, buddy. Okay? It's not happening. And I keep trying to tell y'all because you know what? There's a conglomerate or population of people like, yo, why hasn't he been taught? Why has... As I said, if I done cover Chicago, I covered the... Nigga, I've covered serial killers. You think I'm over here like, yo, oh my God, TDE punched that some shit. Come on, brother. Put your record out, man. Put your record out. Be quiet. That's about it. Worst part about this tweet was fucking 5 a.m. Fuck you got going on at 5 a.m.? I had to address you because in case maybe your bully tactics have worked on other people, I need to make it abundantly clear to you that it was received, acknowledged, but thoroughly laughed at. And I like when people do this because now I could document me laughing at all your fucking attempts into the future in perpetuity. Stop acting gangsta online. If you was going to do something, you wouldn't tweet it. Like, yo, you're going to have to answer. This is not going to be the internet. I'm saying this on the internet. You're going to have to answer for this. Stop it, brother. Please, stop it. You look pathetic. And by the way, I don't want a response for this neither, okay? Work your record. You're a record executive. Yeah, you got a couple gangsters on payroll. Whoop-de-doo. We're all millionaires. Everybody could pay for some dumb shit to get done. You don't want to die. I don't want to die. You don't want to go to jail. I don't want to go to jail. Shut up. Keep tweeting. I don't know who these industry niggas think they are. Like, my nigga, like, who the fuck are you? You ain't, I don't know. You must have these other niggas shit. Because I seen this shit. I'm like, who the fuck is this nigga? The fuck? Anyway, another shot. I had to make sure I was very clear with SZA, but this guy right here, I'm like, I could see he was tweeting us out like, SZA, nah, I'm going to get this nigga. Okay. All right. And so we move on. So people, I don't know if you heard the news. My boy, Uncle Trump, Donald Trump, indicted again. I said, fuck. You know how they said that? Oh my God, they're not gonna let me. Oh, you know how they said that? Who they used to say was the black president before Barack? They used to say that Bill Clinton was the black president before Barack, right? They used to say Bill Clinton was the black president before Barack. And in reality, all Bill Clinton did, right, was cheat on his wife, get some dome in the Oval Office, fuck a bitch, have a side bitch pretty much. And allegedly, he was smoking some weed. That got that nigga a black pass. That's all he did. And people like, nah, that's the first black president. That's what people used to say. I'm looking at my man, Uncle Trump. That boy got 18 felonies, 4 indictments. That boy just got a RICO charge. He ain't black. Nah, Uncle Trump. Nah, I think he over here. Nah, y'all niggas is tweaking. Uncle Trump got more felonies than your favorite hood nigga. I'm sorry to tell you. We got to keep it 100. So anyway, if you guys don't know, Donald Trump and 18 others were indicted by Atlanta grand jury on Monday. They face a sweeping racketeering indictment, which has charges stemming from efforts to overturn the 2020 election. Yeah, on one page and blah, blah, is against the former president, and 18 others caught the attention of lawyers across the United States. It was a list of all the grand jurors who had voted, blah, blah. They're usually secret and blah, blah. Oh, in Georgia, state law requires indictments to list the grand jurors in the name of transparency. Wow. So if you don't know, Trump got indicted. He got indicted in Georgia. Now, what's interesting enough, Fani Willis, you guys know Fani Willis. We're going to get into it a little. While before she was even going at YSL, she had promised that she was going to investigate and bring charges if necessary against the former president, Donald Trump, if it was being told that if it was being proven that he tried to interfere with the election. Now, just for, my lack of journalistic, whatever, don't call me a journalist, but we'll get into this. So Donald Trump was on the phone. Donald Trump phone called Georgia, where like when he was losing the election, he called the Secretary of State or whatever, and he basically was trying to say, yo, bruh, I need a few more votes. Yo, could you, you got to get me them votes, gang. So this was the call, supposedly. Let me see if I can find it. Here we go.
Big development. Much
investigation.
Here we go. I just want to play the.
At the end of the. Since off.
No, hold on. I gotta let you hear Trump on the phone. Here we go. No. Phone call. Here we go.
Really, really important.
Here we go.
Listen, if we counsel part
dead people.
Here we go.
Can we listen in on this chunk of the call here?
The other thing, dead people. So dead people voted, and I think the number is in the close to 5,000 people, and they went to obituaries. They went to all sorts of methods to come up with an accurate number, and a minimum is close to about 5,000 voters.
Now, you just heard the words of former president, who was then the president, Donald Trump. Later on in that conversation, moments later, Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, who was the Secretary of State then and importantly is still the Secretary of State, responded to former President Trump's.
Were two.
Okay, so essentially, there's another audio too. I can't really find it, but he basically said, find me some votes. And I think people believe that was a kind of targeted and kind of like you're giving someone a command. Find me some votes means, yo, do what you got to do to make me fucking win this thing because I need it, right? So that's part of why he got indicted. And by the way, this is a slight crash out. This is a MSNBC crash out because as much as, you have the scums of earth like Megan Cuniff that use my name in ways to try to push their agenda, MSNBC, who we would believe is a reputable outlet, used my name. And by the way, MSNBC, I hope somebody sends this to you because I'm going to get further clarification because you had me all wrong, but I hope you give me an apology. Anyway, so this is why Trump is getting indicted. He did get indicted, but before he got indicted, he said this. He said this like pretty much almost like preemptively, like kind of predicting that he was going to be indicted. Where's Uncle T at? Where's Uncle T? And by the way, every time I say Uncle T, like everybody thinks like I'm on his payroll. This thing is just fucking funny. I'm sorry to say, Joe Biden is like a fucking corpse. Like I like my presidents to be fucking entertaining. Like my nigga, like they're presidents. Like yeah, they have executive power and they could vote and veto. Well, not vote, but like write shit into law and also veto with their executive power. But like, come on, like Congress still runs the whole shebang, right? Anyway, here's the thing. Listen to this motherfucker.
They waited, and I probably have another one. They say there's a young woman
a young racist in Atlanta. She's
One more shot.
And they say, I guess, they say that she was after a certain gang, and she ended up having an affair with the head of the gang or a gang member. And this is a person that wants to indict me. She's got a lot of problems, but she wants to indict me to try and run for some other office. What's going on in this country is, and by the way, wants to indict me for a perfect phone call. This was even better than my perfect call with Ukraine. Remember?
Okay. What is he talking about? He's talking about Fonnie Willis, right? And he's saying that Fonnie Willis, who he calls a racist, by the way, Trump, I got to keep it real, and I call you Uncle Trump and shit like that. Can't be just calling our black people racist like that. I don't think Fonnie Willis is near to be a racist because she done indicted about 1,000 Negroes. Like, she's getting more niggas locked up than white people. So trust me, if anything, she's keeping it fair. She done got YSL, YFN. She just hit PDE with some shit. She hitting you like, brother, you gonna have to take your licks. She is not racist if you ask me. Anyway, what is Trump talking about? Now, Trump is talking about, and I listened to this a million times, but Trump is talking about a rumor that is seeping through and existing in certain precincts. Now, before I get to it, I have to call out MSNBC. Because just like the liberals who cover the majority of whatever, because I've got to deal with Rumble, and salute to Rumble. We all love Rumble. Everybody clap it up for Rumble. Rumble paid the bag. I'm sorry to tell you, I'm with who paid the bag. If y'all liberal motherfuckers wanted me to be claiming y'all, pay the bag, okay? You niggas ain't got the bag. You boys ain't got the bag. Y'all niggas is, I told y'all, go woke, go broke. Y'all ain't got the bag for Big Act. You know who got the bag? I'm over there with it. Sorry to tell y'all, I'm only a streamer. I don't try to get political, but I only tell the truth. My truth, okay? Anyway, so MSNBC, and we're going to call out the author because I want y'all on this boy's neck. Look at this. Oh, no, it says, no. Oh, okay. I got to, let me go to Microsoft Edge real quick now because this is the article. This is the article. And we're gonna call out some of these people who, you know, again, every time I call these motherfuckers out, I never see the follow-up. Like someone's like, oh, no, okay, we correct. No, it's never correcting. Never them saying I'm wrong. It's just them running and hiding like pussies. So I want to call out MSNBC. And I'm only calling them out, not on behalf of Trump. I'm calling them out because they mentioned my name. And let me see here. Hold on, give me 1 second. Cool. Here we go. Here's the thing. Maybe later. It says, Trump spreads, I hope you can see it, a rap-centered conspiracy theory in Willis attack. Now, I need y'all to remember this guy's name because, of course, it came from a black man. His name is Jahan Jones. And I need all y'all to hit up Jahan to ask him, what is he talking about? You're going to click here, go to his Twitter. His Twitter is going to be here. I need everybody to make sure we hold people accountable because if I fuck up, they try to hold me accountable. So Jahan Jones, this guy right here, I need all y'all to ask him what the fuck he's talking about. By the way, you could probably find his information. If you want to contact him, please do not spam him. Please do this on a constructive way because he is a journalist and I know he stands for truth. I'm not a journalist. He's a journalist. He stands for truth. Now, let me read what they said. It says, the alliance between men in hip-hop media space and right-wing extremists remain one of the most saddest and most cynical developments in politics in the recent years. What? Alliance? I dapped up Trump for one time. He took one picture with me and I'm in alliance with him? What? Keep in mind, I've said this. Yo, you know the last election cycle, them motherfuckers who are Democrats, they offered me like $20,000 just to promote what's that nigga named Biden? I said no, I didn't want to run politics on my page because my page was getting flagged all the way by Instagram. I've never gotten any money offered to me by Republicans. Now, if you think my Rumble deal is a Republican deal, fuck you. This is a streaming deal. And I'm going to double down on this, but we do got to talk about this. So Jahan Jones, it's a reason why it seems like you're not illiterate, but you clearly lack understanding and comprehension. So I'm going to break it down to you very clearly. I'm going to show you where you're wrong. And if, again, I'm going to try not to disrespect you, but I'm a very disrespectful person, especially when I feel like people have disrespected me. We just seen with SZA. We've seen with other people. I'm trying to keep it there. Donald Trump racist, sexist diatribe, which, by the way, this is how they try to do when they want to just paint somebody as a bad thing. This is why I got a complex, and I'm going to talk about that in a bit, too. Racist and sexist. Again, I didn't watch the whole thing, so I'm not going to say, I'm not going to have an opinion about it, but like, you're biasing people who are reading this article and making the dude just sounds really horrible. Racist and sexist diatribe against Fulton County District Attorney Fonnie Willis just gave us another data point. If you're not extremely online, the grotesque allegations probably made no sense to you, but they have been spread for months by a hip-hop associate in the former, what? I'm in the former president's orbit? Chat, I'm in Donald Trump's orbit? If you ask Donald Trump today who's Akademiks, he does not know. But they've been spread by months by a hip-hop associate in the former president's orbit, which seems to me like a possible attempt to have his potential Georgia charges tried in the court of public opinion and to curry favor with black men who may be susceptible to conspiratorial rants. On Tuesday, the former president says, I probably have another indictment. They say there's a young woman, a young racist in Atlanta. She's a racist. And they say, I guess, that she was after a certain gang and ended up having an affair with the head of the gang or a gang member, and this is the person they want to indict me. She's got a lot of problems, okay? That was the audio I played before, so you guys seen everything. NBC News confirmed that Willis sent a memo to her staff calling the ad a derogatory and false and telling staff members to not respond. But where did he get the claims? Possibilities abound. Now, this is where I need Jahan. You need to be tuned in. If you're a journalist who cares about truth, I'm going to give you truth, because your article was all the way wrong, right? First of all, I will say, number one, when Trump said it, and I could play the audio back again, or let's just go to the quote which you got of him saying it, it said, she had an affair. I never knew she was ever married. I never knew she was ever married. Okay? I want to be very clear as I'm going through this. Okay, so where did he get the claims? The gross conspiracy about Willis having an affair has been spread by people following the young Slum Life racketeering trial in Atlanta to suggest she's engaged in impropriety that could be ruin her case against rapper Young Thug, blah, blah. Trump-loving hip-hop podcast, the DJ Akademiks, listen to this, known for largely false and misogynistic coverage, has spent months basically alleging that Willis had a romantic relationship with a central figure in Young Thug's trial. The podcaster is an internet troll and was back at it Wednesday promoting and leading credence to Trump's false claim. For their part, Trump and his team have spent days misrepresenting the article, blah, blah, blah. Now, you're going to have to read down a little bit. And by the way, I'm trying to get to like by the way, have we heard this nigga's name before? Rolling Stone staff writer. Remember the guy who was going to write a hit piece on me? We're seeing the same writers pop up. Rolling Stone staff writer. Wait, this is an NBC article. Why is his name being... The author of the article debunked Trump's claim in an interview with George, blah, blah, blah. Trump claimed that Willis, blah, 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 blah. All right, hold on. Now, I'm going to tell you where they got it completely wrong. I got to see. Wait. Okay. All right. I got to go to... They also aired this on Trump Fonnie Willis affair. They aired this on TV. Here we go. Okay.
Optimum Fiber is the fastest.
By the way, I'll be very honest. I read that article before. I didn't screenshot it. They listed more things there that I was expecting to see now that I didn't see. So maybe they did clean the article up a little bit, but I do want to address everything in full. Okay? Hold on.
Fulton County District Attorney
member, and this
she slammed the ad as derogatory and false and urges her crew. They are against. He'll believe anyone who confirms his silly putty logic. Played the John Eastman, Rudy Giuliani for a public figure to as the basis for this claim. You wrote about the relationship.
Voice for black prosecutors. He called D.A. Bragg and also Letitia James, the New York State Attorney General, racist as well, when we all know who the real racist is.
Yeah, flipping that word on its head. Oh, Andre, welcome to the show. So your article is what Donald Trump is using kind of as the basis for this claim. You wrote about...
Oh, now they're saying they're using his article.
The relationship...
by the way, this is the nigga, keep in mind, that was trying to write a hit piece on me.
Such as it was between Fonnie...
Oh, by the way, so if we're doing that, let me make sure I go to his article that we could read it afterwards, right? I think that's where I might see the bullshit. Because I kind of started letting people know that I was going to respond to this. Here's a Rolling Stone article. Bet. Perfect. Thank you. Great. Now, okay, now everything is making sense. Here we go.
Willis and YSL Mondo. What was that relationship?
Yeah, so Ms. Willis, she represented Mondo during a 2019 aggravated assault case during a brief stint where break from her prosecutorial career where she had her own practice. And she represented him.
Chat, I'm hyped on drilling. I know I usually, right here is where I get a little bit lit, but trust me, I'm on point, baby. I'm on point. I'm going to take another shot. I'm on point. I ain't slipping with this one. Come on.
Was his defense attorney. But yeah, I want to be clear, like at no point during our conversation or in my report did he imply that there was anything romantic that went on between them. He said...
Y'all didn't catch that, right? You didn't catch that, right? Did you catch that? And I just took a shot. Did you catch that? They're using me as the spreader of fake news, right? But they're saying the fake news that I spread was covered by the guy who was going to write a hit piece about me, him. This John dude, he quotes me and he quotes him. He quotes the article he wrote and he quotes me. Or he mentions me. What is this guy doing now? He's backtracking. Listen to it. You'll hear the moonwalk.
Where a brief break from her prosecutorial career where she had her own practice. And she represented him. She was his defense attorney. But yeah, I want to be clear, like at no point during our conversation or in my report did he imply that there was anything romantic that went on between them. He said that they had like a mother-son, auntie to nephew kind of relationship at points. Like she was a mentor figure. She, would give him advice, I guess, to keep him on the right track, so to speak, here and there. But again, there was no implication of anything unethical during their relationship.
So they brought on this guy that they're saying Trump used his article. Remember, they're not saying he's the spreader of false news. They're saying Trump used his article that he somewhat like framed. Like, remember, he covered me and Mondo talking on this stream. He covered that. They're saying that Trump didn't watch the stream. Like, you think Trump's watching the stream? Trump used his article, but now he's on there backtracking saying, I never said in the article that he said he used to fuck her. Hold on.
Their professional relationship.
And there's even like a piece to your story where she kind of warns him, stay on the right path because, if I go back to be the prosecutor, I'm going to come for you. Like trying to tell him don't get in trouble. So it's like, yeah, this is like a auntie kind of relationship. But to imply that it's some sort of sexual relationship seems really bizarre. But really to stay with you for a second, Andre, this is not the only kind of hip hop connection to Florida, to the Georgia connection to Donald Trump's attempts to overturn the election. I mean, at one point, Kanye West's publicist is who is going after these two black women who are doing nothing hip hop connection to Florida, to the Georgia connection to Donald Trump's attempts to overturn the election. I mean, at one point, Kanye West's publicist is who is going after these two black women who are doing nothing other than being good citizens and attempting to, be Georgia election workers, for which there's now a lawsuit. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, in late 2021,
okay, I want to hear the part about myself.
Well, if a believer and the
Willis last 2.5
it's sex kind of protection that's around the
within the law and the way that the rest of us are read out blogs.
Okay, Let's see if we can find another one. We need to find another one because I also had a screenshot. I don't know if y'all have the screenshot where they said Akademiks was the source of these baseless claims. Now, here's the thing, and let me call both of these bozos to the fucking table. Jahan, you're writing for MSNBC, and of course, Andre G., a failed journalist who was trying to write a hit piece on me before for Rolling Stone until my agency hit up Rolling Stone and said, we do business with y'all. Ask one of our big dogs. This is what my agent and my lawyer told me, because they told me to get off y'all ass. I promise you. They said, ask one of our big dogs. Let us know if y'all are trying to do a hit piece on him. And they said that y'all promised y'all didn't. Y'all never did no article. I wasn't a part of it, and there was a bunch of people y'all hit up, didn't really want to do it. Y'all never came out with an article. So if it wasn't a hit piece and y'all promised my agency wasn't a hit piece, why it never came out? Okay, my agency fucking scared the bejesus out of you. Because you know why? My agency, and I'll tell you, I'm rep by UTA for podcasting. And UTA is also like, they rep Rolling Stone with some shit. I don't know. They probably said, whoa, yo, we all do the same shit, my nigga. Fuck is you doing trying to get a big act? Big act right now cooking. Shit never came out. I like that. By the way, UTA, the money y'all take from me, y'all earn it. You heard me? I like that. You feel me? Y'all gotta start little niggas for me because you gonna get bozos like Andre G just saying crazy shit about me. So let me bring it back in here. Andre G, bring your bitch ass back in here. Jahan, bring your bitch ass back in here. Get y'all pen and y'all pads out, okay? Here's where you both you bozos have it wrong. When I said, and what y'all are claiming are baseless rumors, I've never ever said, and by the way, these are rumors. These are rumors, and by the way, Trump definitely, I know just hearing what Trump said, he didn't get it from nothing to do with my stream. He got it from somewhere else. He had to get it from somewhere else. You know why he had to get it from somewhere else? Because the information that I heard isn't all the way congruent with what he heard. So he's hearing slightly different information. I'm hearing slightly different information. Let me give you the information I heard. And by the way, again, this is a rumor. Again, I'm hearing this. Again, I know sometimes, you see these little journalists, they be wanting me to come on here to give niggas government like, oh, I heard it from him. No, these are street niggas in Atlanta who's connected to the case. I'm telling you they're connected to the case. Niggas who's connected to the YFN case, niggas who's connected to the YSL case. They're connected to the case. This ain't no random niggas. I'm talking to niggas who's connected to the case. Niggas who's like, nigga, word goes around. Like, nigga, come on, we don't live in a vacuum. This was a conversation and this was being said. Nothing had to do with YSL Mondo. This is why I said MSNBC, I owe me an apology. I never said that Fonnie Willis fucked YSL Mondo. I never said that she had a romantic relationship with YSL Mondo. Andre G, you're a bozo. You kind of reported that. Look in your fucking article. This is the article you wrote, you fucking idiot. Was a lawyer for co-founder. He said blah, blah, blah. They're saying, look, let me just do this very simply. MSNBC, who mentioned my name, says for their part, Trump have spent days misrepresenting an article. This is the article that you wrote, Andre G, you fucking bozo. You wrote an article about Fonnie Willis and kept mentioning YSL Mondo, a nigga who I had on my platform and I had on my stream. I never said she had any romantic relationship with him. You must have, in a way, represented it because they're going off your article. They didn't say Trump went off me. They said Trump went off your article, that supposedly your article was based off what I said. You get what I mean? Now, look at your article. This is your fucking article right here. This is your article, right? That they're saying was misrepresented. If they're saying that they were misrepresented with your article, why are they saying that Fonnie Willis was with YSL Mondo? Let me tell you exactly what I heard. And I'm telling you this is a rumor. I'm telling you that this has been told to me by people involved in, this is not one person, it's multiple people that's been involved in the YSL case directly and indirectly, family members and otherwise, people who are cool with YFN, the whole conglomerate, the Inglewood Mafia family. They have said this to me specifically. The reason why Atlanta right now is in a chokehold. Fonnie Willis, it was never YSL Mondo. This is why I said, Andre G, you're a fucking bozo. You sent off MSNBC, and they are reporting incorrect information, but neither of y'all will give an apology. Let me give you the right rumor. The rumor is Fonnie Willis filed the indictment against YSL because Fonnie Willis might have had a relationship with the decedent, which is Donovan Nut Thomas, not YSL Mondo. She took it personally that he was killed. She promised his mom that she would get justice, and allegedly, give me a second. Give me a second, Chad. Okay. Somebody said post. Okay. So, let me just finish what I was saying. The conversation and the rumors were that when she took office as the DA, she had specifically put a picture of Donovan Nut Thomas on her desk, and it was known within not only the precincts of the DA office, but it was known that she was hell-bent on getting justice for Donovan Nut Thomas. That's what that was. And again, the rumor y'all are reporting about YSL Mondo, it could be like, nobody said that. Y'all just made that up. If y'all wanted to know, this is the thing about, like, again, people like Andre G and all these other people, y'all are writers, but like y'all are bad listeners. Now y'all know the full rumor that I've heard. Trump, by the way, I never knew if she was married or not. That's why I said me and Trump can't hear the same thing. I don't know if she was married or not. It was said that she supposedly may have had a relationship with a guy. The guy gets killed. She promises the mother of the guy, yo, listen, I don't care what happens. I'm gonna get justice for your son. She's keep looking into the case. Many people has tried to file charges against people that were possibly involved in his murder. It got dropped, I think once or twice. Go look it up. People tried to charge people that were allegedly involved in Donovan Nut Thomas murder, and those charges got dropped. You get what I mean? Give me 1 second. Wait, chat. Chat, give me 1 second, chat.
The best decision I could ever make.
Hit up Drake and say, hey, I want you to meet my new best friend.
Really? Well,
nah,
I don't know Drake like that. I'm sorry.
He hates me. I got word one time from like inside source that his team says because I made a parody video, I took a lookalike and I made people believe it was Drake. Drake doesn't like that shit.
Wait, so what? I thought he was going to perform at one of your events.
He was, July 15th.
So then what happened?
You should have came, dog. Shit was popping.
So what happened then?
somebody called in a bomb threat.
Jesus Christ.
And the event got canceled. Dog, people prey on my downfall. People don't like to see me win. It doesn't matter because you know who does?
Who?
God does.
What the fuck? Okay, so then what's your next step? You're going to LA?
I'm going to LA. I'm about to work out for 4 days. And then I'm going to Arizona. Oh, you want to come to Arizona with me, dog?
When?
Friday to Sunday. Friday to Monday.
You know,
can leave whenever.
I would. I'm just doing something with Jinxie. But what are your plans after that?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. Well, then we'll touch base after that then.
Bet.
All right, well,
Aiden, can I ask you something?
Whatever you would like.
We've been messaging. We've been talking. We've been sending dick pics to each other. Why do I not have your phone number? Why are we talking on Discord?
It just got leaked by a 60-year-old grandpa. And my number, I keep changing it because I don't know how they got my other one too that I just changed. So I have to go to a phone store and get a new fucking plan or some shit, bro.
Can't you just call one of your 100 butlers and say, go get me a phone?
I have to go in person, bro. It's not like that. I know. Oh, my God.
Aiden, you know you sound like my cousin, and it makes me really like you.
What do you mean?
Like, I love my cousin, obviously, he's family, and you remind me of him the way you talk.
Yeah.
It's a compliment. It's a compliment.
Yo, I have a question. I saw this clip, and I you know, when I saw it, I was like, what the fuck? There was this guy trying to interview, and you were like screaming at him. Why? What did he do?
No, bro. This kid comes up to me, right? Oh, what's up, Boosie? I'm a big fan. I love you. Let me suck your dick. So I'm like, bet, let's talk. He goes, can I interview you? I go, yes. Oh. He has a chance to talk to the G7 president. He can ask me any question he wants in life. How do I become a millionaire? How do I do this? How do I do that? You know what he asked me?
What?
Talk to me about the drama that you just got into with Keemstar.
No way.
So I told him to go fuck himself.
But he's a kid. He was like 16.
Huh? Does he have balls?
Yes.
Okay, then it doesn't matter.
Bro, no, but he's a kid.
Aiden.
Yeah.
Aiden.
Yeah.
Just because he's a kid. Fuck it, I don't care. If you